Hello beautiful people and welcome back to the channel. So the topic of this video will gonna be this skin box which you find it in this great offers. Sometimes you actually get a chance to get this box and this box are gonna cost you around $57. And we have a bunch of skins here inside and these skins are actually rotating. That's why we have to do a new video every time we see this box in order to see what are the best option here inside. Before we evaluate the skin, I highly recommend you guys to go watch this video which you see now on the screen. Just in case you missed it, this is a super important video because it shows you and explains you how to approach this topic skins in TOPWAR. And you're gonna be a little bit surprised because some of the skins which I'm recommending there are super strong and they're also absolutely free. All you have to do is do some tasks in some events. Anyways, let's start with this list right here. So this box will cost you around $57. Of course, we can start with the gems. In the store, you have an offer like 12,900 gems for $100. So this is definitely a deal. Now, of course, it's up to you if you actually need or if you want to take this deal, yes or no. Now, let's talk about all these skins here and let me recommend you the best one right here. So allow me first to start with these two skins right here. Now, Utopia is super good because it gives you a VIT recovery, which means your VIT will gonna recover a bit faster, so 20% faster. And of course, the other one is the ZH-2 Conqueror, and this skin will gonna give you an extra 20 VIT on your bar, so your VIT bar is gonna be a little bit bigger. This skin also has a skill, which is nothing else than just a cosmetic, so don't bother with that. So now let's eliminate kind of a skin right here, right off the bat. So we have to talk about the Moon Castle. Now, you're gonna have a capacity of extra 10 for the garage, dock and hangar. This is kind of interesting, pretty awesome, but not super important. And of course, the only positive fact about this skin, honestly speaking, is that it looks fantastic. Other than this, I don't see this as a priority. Now we are left with 7 skins, these skins right here, and we're gonna try to rank them up and I'm gonna give you my recommendation, which one of these skins is actually the best. Now we have some of these skins, like Hercules for example. I won't consider this a PvP skin. This doesn't fulfill the top priorities when it comes down to the PvP, because if you watch that video, which was a second ago on the screen, you have to realize that there are 2 ways to approach this topic skin. Either get everything, all of them, just for the passive holding in stock, or focus on the most important ones. On top of this, from the PvP's perspective, of course, a skin which buffs all 3 unit types, it's always a better investment over time than a skin which actually only buffs a certain unit type. So from this perspective, I would consider the Hercules a great skin when it comes down to the passive damage decrease, 5%, great. Then we have the Sweetest Words and then we have the Eternal Love. Both of them gives you a 3% damage decrease, super nice. And of course on top I will gonna add the Holy Dragon, kind of also from this perspective, a 3% damage decrease. Now we also have here the WV-3 Alpha. Of course this looks very Air Force friendly, it's super nice. Of course we also have the Tropical City, which is actually a great skin, but guys, this is only for Navy, and I have to mention this every time we speak about the Navy. This skin right here won't be the thing which will gonna increase your performance. The hero will be. On top of this, the Navy heroes are extremely complicated because a certain hero needs another certain hero, so together to work the best, and this we don't have on tanks, and this we don't have on planes. And on top of this, we will get soon a new Navy meta alternative, which if it's indeed makes a huge difference or important difference to the meta we are using right now, then it probably means you actually have to redo pretty much all your heroes on your Navy, and this is not a good thing. A great skin, but please pay attention Navy, and please in general pay attention with Navy. Navy is expensive. So that being said, we actually have reached the best skin in this box. And let me explain you why, and let's jump actually into my skin list and let's go there because I would like to explain you why this skin is super nice. Now, I think this VN-1 was actually the first skin which I actually bought myself, and the reason I'm gonna explain in a second. Now, first of all, let's start with this version of it. Now, generally, it gives you, it's a good thing, and it gives you a 20% march speed. Now, this looks great, and I have a good news and I have a bad news to this. So let's start with the bad news first. I'm putting now on the screen my total march speed, and you see that value is kind of big, and even with this value I have to use march speed ups when I'm in PvP. So that's the bad news, but let's finish with the good news. So this skin right here, theoretically you can get it with $57, and what does this skin also gives you? The 20% march speed. Have a look at this. 25% march speed, but this skin right here is between 700 and 800 US American dollars. Yeah, just to be crystal clear. So the skin is great, but what makes this skin even better and what makes this skin to be a great investment in the long term? It's when we transform it, it gives you a 30% damage decrease if you are attacked. And it doesn't matter if you have all three marches, tanks, planes, a navy. It doesn't matter if you have one or all three. It doesn't simply matter. All these marches we're gonna get a 30% damage decrease, and this is super fantastic. And of course we have to mention on top the holding in stock, which is super great. It's extra 10 slots for the repair factory. And to compare it a second, we're gonna compare this with the Trojan horse, which definitely costs you way more than $57. And here we go, you have 15 here, but you get on the VN-1, you get 10, and this is absolutely awesome. Anyways, beautiful people, I would like to close this video by making you again aware of this video, which is super and extremely important, especially if you missed it and you haven't watched it. Don't forget to subscribe to a great channel. Don't forget to support it. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And yes, don't forget to see me in the next episode.